Hi guys, how you doing? Mellissa Morris here, and I'm just sort of writing in my notebook. I write often, like in a journal way, to sort of put my ideas out and anything that I'm thinking about or whatever I need to do to sort of organize myself in the studio or in my life. And I'm sort of developing these videos as I go along. Hopefully, you're following along with me. And I have sort of three different things that I want to share, and that's drawing, painting, and then really making abstract artwork. And I want to sort of show you the basics so that you can build your skills and build your repertoire and your toolbox, and then eventually be able to sort of share with you sort of how to to paint abstractly, to make abstract work. And I think that I'm developing it in a way where, as if you were taking a class with me, some of the things that I would sort of start bringing to your attention, and how I would start sort of unpacking this really complex idea, actually, um, about building a language. And the thing about artwork is that it can really be anything. You can use anything. You can manipulate anything and make it look beautiful. And that's sort of how I'm sort of um, protesting right now, is putting beauty in the world through my artwork and trying to recruit new artists and share what I think is really valid information. We may be talking about color or materials or paint or value or abstraction, shapes, but really we're talking about things of the soul, things of the mind, things of the heart, um, putting together things outside of ourselves with our hands. Really translates a sort of a shifting or a recreating of something inside. And I just know from my own experience that art has really saved me. It has opened me to a life that is full of gratitude and full of creation and full of imagination and knowledge. And it sort of linked me to the history through time, um, putting me in the same line as people who have observed, experienced life, and in some way felt it was necessary to record it in a way that is really universal. And it's interesting that artwork can be so personal, and in the same way be so available to so many people. It crosses boundaries, language, ethnicities, differences. It really allows you to sort of see something. And I think that they do say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I do think that there's something that everyone can recognize when they do see beauty. And to be able to understand that without words is really something really quite profound and really beautiful. So I'm just building up my repertoire with you guys, and I'm developing these series, and I'm really trying to share myself and sort of my knowledge in a really succinct way. I think I fumble over words, I mess up a little bit, and I trying not to give myself a hard time. I used to have a really big hard time with perfection and not being able to put things out there or share myself because of this idea or ideal of perfection. And I think good is pretty good. I think good enough is good. I've been watching a lot of the other YouTubers and what they're sharing and how they're sharing it. And, I think that it's valid. I think that anybody and everybody could have their own YouTube channel. I think everybody has something to share. And I'm just really trying to share what I love, what has really made my life worth living and has given me purpose and meaning. And so hopefully you'll subscribe and follow me and spend some time actually watching the videos. I do talk in the videos. I thought I didn't like talking, but I guess I do. Looking back, and I'm watching some of the other tutorials and seeing that some people will sort of just say step by step, write little comments or, list things on the side. And I'm really sort of sharing my voice with you as I'm doing the work. And I think that that's kind of interesting. I mean, I have lived this specific life. I'm the oldest of 6 children, except that when I got older, about 14, 15, I met my older brother. My father had a relationship with another woman before meeting my mother, and we didn't know about my older brother until we were older. And my parents were alcoholics, and drug addicts, which is fine. I spent a lot of time being angry about that in my life, but I understand now that people are human and they can only really do the best that they can do with what they have available to them. And I think that it's important to share my story. I chose art instead of drugs. I chose art instead of drinking. I chose art instead of not educating myself. I chose art to bring something really important into this world, and I think it's my heart and my zealous for life, and yeah. So hopefully you'll subscribe and continue to watch, and I'll continue to share what I know and what I love with you, and hopefully I'm really hoping that they get better as I go along, and I'm really hoping that I can eventually build videos that really share what I love to do, and that's really sort of playing with paint and playing with different materials and talking about the metaphor, the symbology, archetypes in our sort of human history. So we'll see where it goes. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and I'll see you soon. Bye.